Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to this special we're putting out this week. As you know, I am Braden Inman,
I'm Matembe Odolipu. Oh, wait. Matembe Antetokounmpo Odolipu.
and me and Matembe have a special guest with us today,
Dewdrop.
Yes, sir. Happy to be here.
Mr. Dewey, Gabriel Barnabas. How are we?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing dandy. You know, I'm kind of feeling a little lucky, you could say, because we have Patrick in our class. Patrick's a good friend of mine. I just kind of feel the luck of the Irish with us. You know,
St. Ricky Day. We're eating a lot of soda bread. And it's
we are.
pretty good.
A few gold coins here and there scattered throughout the school. Hey, have you found a four-leaf clover yet today, Gabe?
No, not yet. Have you?
Actually, I have from my way to school.
Really?
Metaphorically, of course.
Metaphorically,
I saw
yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
I saw Patrick in the morning,
Patrick's our four-leaf
and he is kind of like a bringer of good luck.
Yes.
And like
yeah.
good
A
spirits.
shining presence.
He is.
Very beautiful man.
Yes.
I would say so. I'd say he's like masculine, athletic.
Yeah.
Athletic.
He's an academic and athletic super student. So
Yes.
super student. I don't know why I started to say that, but
Extraordinarily sized, I'd say.
okay. So as you know, it's St. Patrick's Day. We're talking about Patrick. We don't have our St. Patrick's Day attire on right now, but we're gonna switch it up for the interviews that we have coming up.
Yep.
But we kind of have to, we have to do it to him, as you could say metaphorically.
Yes.
Because I've used that word twice now, so that might be the word of the week.
Maybe,
Metaphorically.
metaphorically.
Okay,
Very nice.
Patrick Halloran.
No, that's Gabe.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank him?
Patrick, like as a person.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say Patrick's probably like a high 9 or a low 10. You know, just as a human.
Not an 11?
Low 10.
Why not an 11? You know. Sure.
That's like a
11.
low.
Sure, why not 13? Lucky 13.
13,
Oh,
yeah.
no, it's unlucky 13.
27.
36?
Ooh, that's a good one.
When I think of Patrick, I think of 42, though, so
That's
maybe
true.
42.
He's a very 42 person.
He is a very 42 person, isn't he?
Very, very.
I don't know. I kind of see more like a 67 or like a.
I could
would
see a
say
67.
83.
109.
100. I can see an 109.
Yeah.
What about, like, a favorite memory you have of Patrick, of our good friend Ricky?
I think when he slayed the dragon.
That is a good memory. I remember that. That was sophomore year, wasn't it?
I think so.
When he
yeah,
slayed the dragon?
sophomore year.
'Cause he was in
Yeah.
the courtyard, wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Wasn't
yeah.
that right after he came back from the hood?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Are you referencing a movie series?
Well, yes, the popular movie series, Leprechaun and Leprechaun Goes to the Hood. Leprechaun Goes Back to the Hood. Yes, that Leprechaun is actually Ricky.
Was he the actor?
Yes.
So he's just like diverse.
Yes, he's
Yes.
multi-talented.
I would say
Yes.
so. Kind of like almost like the human embodiment of an interdisciplinary team.
Yes.
Yes.
So Gabe, moving on from our good friend Ricky, we wish Ricky the best at St. Patrick's Day coming up. We're talking to a few other friends of ours about Mr. Halloran.
Very nice.
We're talking to you,
Oh, right.
Dewdrop
let's go.
specifically.
Yes, sir.
What happened last week?
Not much.
Something dropped.
Yeah, that's true. I Am Music, Cardi album.
You wait. Are you music or is he music?
We're all music.
Are we all music or is it just a you thing?
Who knows?
Well, I thought you kind of had like the inside like knowledge of the system, like the musical, I guess, business.
Musical, a little bit. I mean, I know some people who work, behind the scenes, but not, a lot.
Well, you work behind the scenes sometimes, don't you?
Not really, no.
No, not really. I thought you like mixed our sound. Oh, last year, Roar alumni.
Oh, that's
We're
true.
Can we get a round of applause for Gabe for being on the podcast last year?
Thank you.
Unfortunately, you weren't able to transcend with us into this next year, but
Unfortunate.
your efforts last year were greatly appreciated.
Rest in
I would
peace,
say
Gabe
you
Cave.
were invaluable.
Sad.
I would say like the commodity. I would say maybe MVP material.
Thank you. That's very kind.
But this Cardi album, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you personally rank it?
Let's see. I think I'd put it as either a 6 or a 7. Honestly, I think
Okay.
it's pretty consistent for the number of tracks, which is 30, which is a lot. It's a little bloated in places. I think.
Sure.
It probably succeeds in the moments where it's most experimental. So tracks like, I don't know, Pop Out's probably the
Sure.
standout for me. But I think they're all pretty good.
What do you think of the Kendrick feature?
I think it's okay. I think.
Kind of like me and you, though, right? Like kind of like twin flames.
Yeah, like Braden's your evil twin. You need
Braden,
that
yeah.
extraterrestrial Braden.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I think his feature's all right. I do wish that I thought GNX was an okay record.
Sure.
I do wish that we could see a return to like the To Pimp a Butterfly era Kendrick, where
Sure.
he's kind of focusing on more.
So you would say pre-beef?
Yeah, pre-beef,
yeah.
I'd say, because that I think that did a lot for his reputation, or did a lot to his reputation.
Yeah.
I think
which is unfortunate.
post beef. I mean, a lot of it was just for publicity, and I think some
Yeah.
of the music he has made is good. Like there were a lot of good songs on GNX, but I mean,
Would you say he sold out?
I think
I would say he sold out to a decent extent, but I don't know. I feel like, especially his Super Bowl performance, I feel like it's a little hard to keep your integrity when you're talking about the revolution as a billionaire.
Yes.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah, and I think it's really funny that he talked about the revolution in such a safe context. He's at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is funded by like thousands of companies.
Absolutely.
Millions of dollars pouring into this. This could not be like a more capitalist endorsement.
The president of the United States was there,
The president of the United States is there. Yeah.
and yeah, I think Kendrick's been a little interesting this past year, you could say.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what his next album will be like.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have, I guess, like a favorite track off of Cardi's new album? I Am Music.
Let's see. I don't know. They're all solid. I think that the outro South Atlanta Baby is pretty strong, but I'd have to say the opening track Pop Out probably stuck out the most to me. I just love those industrial distorted synths
Sure.
and the kind of dissonance that he's playing with. The punk rock energy. That was something that it sounds like something off Whole Lotta Red, but a little
Sure.
more refined.
Yeah.
How about you? Did you have any favorites?
I'm gonna be honest. I on a re-listen, I just really was not that big of a fan. I think Pop Out is one of the standout tracks to me. I think a lot of people didn't like it, but I did. I did really enjoy the singles from 2024 music.
Yes, absolutely.
I really did enjoy Evil Jordan, even though he did, I don't know, for some reason add in a TikTok intro, which I don't quite understand.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sounded good.
Yeah.
So if I just don't think about the fact that he's really diving deep into his TikTok fan catalog, I would say it's a pretty good song. I think that's probably one of my favorites.
I mean, with regards to that TikTok intro, to be fair, the reason why it got popular was because he performed the song with that intro. Like,
Really?
Yeah, so it was originally like performed at his tour, but it is, I don't know, it is kind of really funny how you get this huge epic build up and then it's just this kind of slightly weird, very minimal trap beat after this like huge build up.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just doesn't fit to me.
You know what that kind of like burst of information from Gabe kind of sounds like?
Yeah.
A dewdrop of information.
I would
Wow.
say that.
That's
I would
good.
say
That's
that. That's
good.
exactly right.
That's kind of what I think kind of like personifies Gabe. Like going into a random conversation and just like a very interesting random dewdrop. You know what I mean?
You're starving. You're starving. You're dehydrated. You're walking in the Sahara Desert, and you think you're hallucinating. You see Gabriel Dewey,
That's true. You do.
and he walks up.
Gabriel
to you,
Barnabas Dewey.
Gabriel Barnabas Dewey. Yes.
Least I can do.
Yeah, and he walks up to you and says, "Hey, you want to learn some card effects?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." And he drops this very large drop of dew into my mouth, and I'm like, "Dang, thank you for saving me. I'm so rehydrated now, and I know so much of this knowledge."
So when I think of like a dewdrop personally, I think of like in SpongeBob where like they drop the hot sauce and
What
the
are we
hot sauce,
talking about?
like the hot sauce is like the red, like the guy's like yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
No, you don't know what I'm talking about.
Is this a dream you had?
Yeah,
no.
That's never happened.
No,
It's
wait, no. Fact check me, Kyle. Do you remember in SpongeBob where like where he's pouring the hot sauce and like the red like
This isn't about Kyle. This is about D-Job.
Yeah, okay, no.
Does the drop like drop and start steaming?
I think so. It's like he's like evil, like he's like super red hot. It's like hot sauce. Okay, so we're gonna have our SpongeBob expert John Wynn fact check this for us, but I guess we'll end it with I personally haven't listened to the album yet. I'm what you would call a regular,
A new gen.
Regular
a new gen,
regular
maybe
person.
maybe a bot, but a casual, yeah.
Casual noob.
Would you, Gabriel Barnabas Dewey, suggest that I listen to the album, or do you think I'm better off just never hearing it?
I don't know, honestly. I think that if you're not like, so I think that there are like three main groups of people. One is like
Sure.
people who haven't listened to Cardi before, who like either might or might not enjoy the album. The second group is like casual Cardi fans like
Sure.
myself who enjoy the album. And the third is like the weird, insane, like
TikTok fan
possessive-
page?
Yeah, like the weird, like terminally online people who are like
Yeah.
obsessed with Cardi and will like
That's a good way to put it.
praise
Terminally
anything he
online.
does unilaterally. And I think that that third group is where a lot of the praise is coming from.
Sure.
But as a casual fan, I really enjoyed it, so
Sure.
I recommend it.
Okay.
I will say it is unfortunate that he's made use of artificial intelligence
Yeah.
vocals on the record.
That's
I think that there are 3 tracks
interesting
with
thing to
use
say.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate, but I think it's a trend that we're going to see in the industry.
What's your opinions on that?
AI and vocals and
Yes.
music. I think that it's detrimental in general.
Sure.
I think that it's not legitimate creativity.
I agree.
I think that it's just bad for art in general because it
I
requires
agree.
no effort.
Thank
and
you for
it's just,
saving me.
It's just when I think of a creative media, I just can't value what a computer thinks. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it doesn't have emotion.
Yeah, well, it's kind of. Sorry, go ahead.
I think especially with these like bigger artists, like I mean, mostly you've seen it out of Cardi and Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold my tongue on that, but
Yeah.
it just seems like I don't know. It just seems very lazy.
Sure.
Even though
Absolutely.
we've seen in the past they have they clearly have the creative ability. No one would listen to their music if they didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, they're one of the two of the most popular rap artists in the last probably 20, 30 years. and I think that it's just kind of it's upsetting
Disheartening,
and it's
maybe.
kind of detrimental to their
Sure.
career and their legacy for them to just kind of, I don't know, just be incredibly lazy. And
I agree.
Not take the time to really do what they love, I suppose.
I agree. I think that's an interesting point that these people have gotten so famous from their creative talent, and now they're using ChatGPT to make ChatGPT all beats. You could say.
And to be fair, maybe it's just a thing of them outliving their, I guess,
Their
artist
prime, maybe.
artist life cycle. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. I wasn't extremely positive about the media of Playboi Carti going up into the album. I mean,
Sure.
he is pushing 30. He is pushing
Yeah,
he is pushing 30, and he is posting Instagram fit pictures. I if I'm being entirely honest, I can't.
It's a little corny.
It is a
It
little
is
corny.
very.
I mean, but you see that with a lot of.
You should be paying taxes or something. You should.
Yeah. I don't know. I suppose you see that with a lot of artists. I mean, you occasionally see your Kanye. I mean, fit
Yeah,
posts.
but that's.
Yeah, there was a really interesting fit picture a few weeks ago, where I mean, maybe not a fit, maybe more of a costume, or I don't know, or I mean, you see people like Drake, always. Oh, sorry.
We have the
Kyle's
Drake
mad.
defender standing up.
What's up
real
about Drake?
quick. Oh,
We're gonna move on.
That's what I thought.
Kyle Bradlinger actually just he walked him down, but
Yeah.
you know, when I go on walks, I think of peaceful times, and when I think of a peaceful time, you know who I think is very peaceful? Mr. Wilson. Welcome back. This is going to be a shorter episode because it is a shorter week. We get Friday off because of spring break.
Yes.
Why?
Thank you.
I have no idea, but as you can tell, we all have a little green going on.
That is true.
Mr. Wilson has his little carnation up there, so Zaire cannot, in fact, pinch him, even though he was. I know he was thinking about it, he was planning on it, but
He was talking about it all morning.
he was talking about it all morning. I guess that's our first question leading into our little St. Patrick's Day special. Have you pinched anybody today?
No, I don't think that's a good thing for someone like a teacher to do.
That is fair. That is fair.
Have you been pinched?
No.
Did you wish you were pinched?
No. What kind of questions are these?
Okay, so kind of moving on from these pinched questions, do you have any like St. Patrick's Day traditions?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. You don't.
Honestly,
you,
no.
You don't just go home and like think about like leprechauns.
Think about the the 34 Irish state.
That's right. That's
Is it
right.
34 county Irish state? I can't
Like
remember.
maybe County Dingle. Is County Dingle one of them?
Of course, of course.
Good old Dingle.
I guess. Do you have a favorite St. Patrick's Day candy? They do have candy, you know, like those little gold coins.
Oh, the gold coins.
That's right.
Yeah, those are pretty fire.
That's right. You know, Sam actually had a handful this morning, but like by second period I asked for one. It was just like a glob of chocolate.
Sad.
He had it in his
Like that
pocket.
Faye Webster album cover.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
mean-
I'm talking about.
Yeah, no.
She's got like the.
I thought
gold
that was you.
coins.
I thought that was you though.
Basically me.
Was it just like a different timeline maybe?
Oh, I see.
So I don't know if you actually knew this or not, but St. Patrick's Day is actually based off of an old tradition around a fellow student of ours, a fellow academic athlete of ours, Patrick Halloran.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about Patrick a little bit today. That's kind of like a little surprise segment about him.
Okay,
Just kind of
okay.
he's just kind of like an integral piece of our lives. And I thought it'd be nice since it's like kind of a day that's kind of about him, just kind of like celebrate it. So do you have a favorite Patrick Halloran memory? So I know you've had a few classes with him. He has done academic Super Bowl with us.
Honestly, him joining the track team, I'm very
Yeah.
I'm very glad he did.
That's
I'm
right.
very glad he did.
Kind of extending his boundaries, kind
Exactly.
of his comfort zone.
Yes,
He's-
exactly.
He's adaptable. He's
Good job,
intelligent.
Patrick. We're proud of you.
He's a better basketball player than me.
That is true. He's better than me too.
He's-
Pat blocks.
Pat blocks is
Crazy on defense.
he
blocks
is.
everything.
He is. How integral do you think he'll be to the victory that we're going to pull off in April with the academic Super Bowl team?
I think he's going to be a big part, concerning that he's been here every week.
He has been.
He says he's reading the book. I hope he's reading the book. I mean, I can only.
He's
do
trustworthy,
much,
so-
right?
He wouldn't lie about that.
He-
Exactly.
He's a good guy. He wouldn't lie. He's not a liar.
Exactly. I mean, and then I've also, like you said, I've had him in like 4 different classes. I had him for Indiana Studies,
That's right.
AP, US History, and Summer Gov and Econ. So he's
How
been
was he in
everywhere.
Summer Gov and Econ?
Him and John were both fine. Was
Was he there every morning?
Yes.
Crack
yes,
of
they
dawn in
were.
the summer?
Exactly.
That kind of just like describes who he is, you know. There at the crack of dawn, because like it'll be like 8:02, and I'll think, okay, I'm on time. I'm like the first in the meeting. I walk in, and Patrick Halloran's
already
sitting
sitting there.
at his desk, looking at me like I forgot to like feed the dog last night, and I'm like, I think I messed up in life. But Patrick, he's just sorry.
No, it's okay. You asked Mr. Wilson what his favorite memory of Patrick is.
Yeah.
What's yours? I know you guys have a long-standing
Great
history.
question.
That's a good question. You know, when I think of Patrick, I kind of think about like where our friendship started, and I actually met him at the YMCA over the summer when he first came here, and we were at the pool together. And believe it or not, he really didn't like me at first. This might surprise you.
I'm sure most people don't feel that way when they first meet you.
No, definitely not. I think I'm kind of like a good guy.
I still remember you giving the speech at the bell tower during a First Friday.
That's right. But I was at the pool, and he kind of stayed away from me, so I went over there and came back to him, and I convinced him to be my friend, and that's kind of where we've been there from
You
then.
convinced him to be your friend.
So I guess you could say my relationship with Patrick Halloran was built off of blackmail, but we've all kind of been convalescing about Patrick Halloran. What's your favorite Patrick memory?
Honestly, back in the day, me and Patrick used to play Fortnite every single day after school. We used to play this map. It's just like a big box,
Sure.
and the storm would kind of push you towards the edge, and that's kind of how I got good at Fortnite. Just put in like
Was he
hundreds
better
and
than
hundreds
you
of
at
hours.
Fortnite?
He's always been better than me at Fortnite.
He has been just randomly good at games.
He's just, he's
Talented.
a smart guy.
He's
he knows how
supremely
to,
talented.
Yeah.
He is him. What do you say?
Yeah,
I would-
you
I would
could
say-
say that.
Yeah.
Like there's no he in his pronouns. It's just him.
He's he's a very technical person, so he's good at stuff like that.
He's very skillful. Very.
That's true.
He's just.
You could say he's beautiful as well.
I think you could say that. I think you could say that. Though unfortunately, for some reason, he didn't wear green today. I don't know if it was like a
Well,
protest.
he did wear green.
He does. He does have.
One secret article of clothing that is green. I don't know what it is though.
It's a left sock.
Oh yeah.
So our final question for you is kind of a question back to you. Kind of go back to our roots these past few podcast episodes. A question for you that everybody I know has been wondering: if you saw the rainbow after school and you had nothing to do, so you just follow it, right? You follow it. You go to the nature park and you find it at the end of the rainbow. You see that pot of gold, and you can make you could either have the pot of gold or you can make a wish. Which one would you choose? Because there's a little leprechaun sitting on it. He can
Right,
grant
right.
you one wish.
How much is the pot of gold worth?
Oh, it's like gold coins. So I can't even tell you. Probably like $50 million.
Oh, then yeah, I'll just take the gold. I don't need no wishes.
But what if you could have wished for $51 million? So
Of course.
or gold
but,
coins.
But $50 million is already enough.
True.
I guess that's a good point. Mr. Wilson, eternally humble. He doesn't overindulge. He doesn't need 51. He just needs 50.
Exactly.
What would you choose?
That's a good question. Could you do the hypothetical and ask the little leprechaun, little guy there, like the guy from the Lucky Charms commercials is who it is, but you could ask him for infinite wishes?
I feel like that's illegal.
I would say
That's
it
the one thing
is.
Okay.
I wish for.
Okay, and that's a good question. What are the logistics? Like, because if it's the 50 million,
I think besides the
like
fact that you can't,
because a pot has to be heavy, doesn't it? It's a
Right,
pot of
right.
50 million worth of gold coins.
Now, is it a magical pot that like has no weight?
You know that's a good point. It is magical. It is magical.
Does it also like if I were to jump in it, does it go to the leprechaun world?
wait,
That is a good point. Like it like reverses the rainbow. And
Exactly.
because if it does, I'm definitely taking the pot.
wait, Sam's taking the pot.
Oh, whoa.
Oh no, like the Tool song.
Oh yeah, that is a good song. That was my #1 stream song for a while.
Would you go to the leprechaun world?
I would. I'd go see what it was like.
I would probably not come back ever. I would just stay there.
You'd stay in
do,
leprechaun
do
world?
you think they have like infinite shamrock shakes?
Probably.
I hope so.
I bet it's magical over there.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
rainbows.
They,
everywhere.
they might
Some
have
Lucky
Ricky's
Charms.
gold. What
Lucky
about
Charms.
yeah? Isn't like the guy from like the cookies? Is he Irish or is it just like an elf?
Are you talking the Keebler elf? I think he's just an elf.
Oh no,
He might be Irish though.
he
We
might
don't
be
know his
Irish though.
ethnicity.
Maybe they could enlighten us on academic Super Bowl. Like maybe they could read us chapter 3.
Exactly.
And the-
Chapter 3 is needed.
Chapter 3 is needed. Shout out
Important.
Very necessary.
shout out Sam for reading chapter 3 with us. I know it takes a lot of effort on your part to.
I will be reading chapter #3.
Clean.
In this summer, I will be taking my talents to chapter 3 academic Super Bowl.
Let's go.
Sean O'Connelly. That's his name, isn't it? Isn't it? No, yeah.
I think
Because it's
it
not
is.
Sean Connery, because I thought it was James Bond who wrote it, but nope, it's some other guy. But we'll see how it goes. We thank you for your time, Mr. Wilson. We hope you have a great rest of your St. Patrick's Day,
You too.
a great shortened week,
Of course.
and we'll see you around.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson, for your insightful knowledge and conversation with Patrick Halloran about Patrick Halloran on Patrick Halloran's big day. So, Matumbe, Matumbe onto the Kumpo Udalipu.
Yes.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty lucky.
Feeling lucky? Mm-hmm. Why?
Well, Today's a celebration of Ricky.
But you don't
Patrick.
have green on.
Stop.
He doesn't have green on. So maybe you can make up for it. Patrick Thomas Halloran, close friend of mine. He's graduating in a few months. He's
What a
going to do
man.
great things in the world. Do you have a favorite Patrick Halloran memory?
I would have to say, there's a lot of them. I would say my favorite Patrick Halloran memory is.
He's a memorable guy, isn't
Yeah,
he?
I would say probably one of the most.
I would say so.
There was this one memory I had a couple short months ago. I was just very in love with this woman, and Patrick came in and just stole her right from under my feet.
That is something he would do.
Yep, and then I thought I have to fight for her honor, and he knocked me out. And
Oh, he would.
Yep, he knocked me out.
He's a fighter.
In front of the lunchroom, and everybody looked at me, and they all poured their trays on me.
Did he put you in a headlock too?
Yeah, he put me in a headlock, and he
Okay.
suplexed me.
Oh, really?
And honestly, I was just grateful. It's
Yeah,
eye-opening.
true.
Because like if I was gonna be suplexed by anyone, I would hope that it's Ricky.
Sure. No, I agree. I thank you for your insight on Patrick
of
Halloran.
course, yeah.
He is a strong guy, so it is interesting that you made that point. But thank you for the insight. Moving on to our next St. Patrick's Day celebrator. Is that the word celebrator?
I would say so.
Oh, what was that? Sorry, little voice crack. I'm just excited.
And who wouldn't be? It is St.
Yeah,
Ricky Day.
that's a good point. So Kyle,
Yeah.
you know why you're here.
Yeah.
You know what day it is.
It's the day to celebrate
It is.
our dear friend.
Our dear friend. Round of applause.
Halloran.
Can we get a round of applause for Patrick? I'm thankful that he's on this podcast. I'm thankful he's a close friend of mine. I'm thankful that he's actually going to turn into my Marvel Rivals coach soon.
Okay,
He's going to
okay.
teach me. He's going to teach me how to load into the game, because I'm what the fellows would call a noob. I'm just
okay.
I'm just not very good.
That's okay. That's
But
okay.
but that literally means it's only up from here. Like
Yep.
it can only be up from here. That or it's
exactly.
over.
Exactly.
But as we've asked a few of our fellow Tiger Cubs, do you have a favorite Patrick Halloran memory?
That is a good question. Let's go back to the summer of 2023,
Throwback real quick.
where me and Patrick were at the fair,
Oh, the fair.
and we rode
The Ferris wheel together.
the Ferris wheel twice.
Oh,
It-
Patrick.
It was just it was so romantic, you'd say.
Tell me
it
he
was
didn't
just
rock it.
amazing.
Tell me he didn't rock it.
Oh, he was rocking hard.
No.
He was rocking hard on that dang
No.
Ferris wheel.
That would
Let me
put-
tell you,
That would personally terrify me to sit up there rocking. But
he
but
was going crazy.
I think a word to describe Patrick is brave.
Oh,
like,
he is super brave.
he would sit there and rock it, watch his
Up on that
feet
Ferris
dangle.
wheel, he was going crazy. I was like, oh no, but dude, I was.
That's just kind of who he is, like the courageous, brave friend that you can always just rely on. So
Oh,
we,
yeah.
So we thank Patrick for what was that? We thank Patrick for his greatness as a friend.
Yeah,
And I just
his
think
grit too.
his grit. He is real gritty. But thank you for your. I know you like me have a very close relationship with Patrick. So
Oh, of course.
I'm just really glad that you and I share this fond appreciation for Patrick.
Of course.
Moving on. Do you feel that? Like the whole vibe of the room just shifted. Why? Oh my goodness. It's Ricky. It's Ricky Halloran. Can we just get a round of applause for Ricky one more time, just because he's just wow. I'm just wow. It's amazing to be sitting next to you, dude. Like you've been a great friend. You've been a great leader on this podcast. You've been a great editor. You've edited all of our stuff, which is probably gets hard at times from my few uhs I have ever so often. So I appreciate you kind of keeping the flow going. You were my debate partner when we had to defend Batman's honor against a bunch of, I'm just gonna use the word lightly, bums. Like just general bums. But wow, like this feels like being at the end of the rainbow right now. Like the pot of gold.
Okay.
You are the metaphorical pot of gold. So I don't know how I want to phrase this. Do you have like a favorite memory with the podcast this year?
Absolutely. That Batman Spider-Man debate.
That's right. That was a great
cooked 'em.
debate. We
Swept
did.
'em.
We did. Patrick compiled all the information, did all the research. I was just kind of spokesman because if you don't really know, compared to Patrick, I'm not very smart. Patrick is like intelligent.
You're going to Harvard, bro. You got that?
Well, that's actually Matumbe. He has the Harvard sweatshirt. I'm just going.
Oh, right.
I'm going
Mr.
to
Harvard.
I'm going to PSU, Patrick State University. If you're okay
Patrick
with
State
that.
University.
If you're okay with that, do I?
Where's that located again?
Probably Rickysburg,
Rickysburg?
Rick-
What state is that in?
County Dingle.
County. Oh, it's in Ireland. County.
It is. It's kind of like the ancestral school. You know, I'm gonna go get my roots back. But so we asked Mr. Wilson this question. I think it's kind of a good question to end this little special with. If you went to the end of the rainbow, like you followed it to the nature park, you found out the nature park, and there it is.
Right.
There it is. There's the pot of gold with a little leprechaun sitting on it. But you get an ultimatum. Either you can have the 50 million pounds of gold, the little gold coins that are in there in the pot, or little leprechaun there who might be a cousin of yours, grants you one wish. Which are you taking?
Well, can't you wish for more money than the
I was
pot of
actually.
gold's worth?
That is a good point. I told Mr. Wilson that, and he said he didn't want 51 million. He said he was too humble or something, which I kind of
Oh,
respect.
yeah,
but
yeah, I understand that.
but you're always on the grind, aren't you? Like you're always working for
Exactly.
bigger and better things. You know. If you could go to if you could like follow the rainbow in reverse and go to Leprechaun Land, would you?
Sure. I've already been there. I was born there.
Oh, you're actually born there in County Dingle,
Yeah, County Dingle. That's Leprechaun Land.
and you're actually my like. I might be Michael Jordan. You might be Michael Jordan. One of us is MJ. One of us is Scottie Pippen when it comes to academic Super Bowl. If you had to make a score prediction right now, what we're gonna place? What's your score prediction?
First.
First place, no doubt.
Absolutely.
No hesitation. You know, I kind of like that. I kind of appreciate that. We kind of have. He's a natural winner, which is why I'm taking my talents to Marvel Rivals with him. He's gonna be my coach.
Yes, sir.
Do you win in that game? Like, is it like a victory or something? I actually have no idea. Like,
Yeah, yeah. No, you win in that game.
we're gonna win.
Unless you're James, then you.
Unless
you
you're
don't win,
James.
but-
Unless you're James and you just fluke all the time. But I appreciate your time, Ricky. I know
course.
you're probably really busy today on St. Patrick's
Oh,
yeah. Day.
yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't have a shirt with your face on it this year.
It's okay.
I got busy. I know I kind of let you down. Thanks. That's the bell celebrating you too.
Oh.
And we appreciate your time. Thank you. And thank you for watching this Square podcast special for St. Patrick's Day. And have a good spring break, folks.